Are you working remotely but still paying big city prices to live in a place that doesn't really fit the way you live anymore? Maybe you're working from the kitchen table. Maybe your home office is actually a corner of your bedroom. Or maybe you're paying a premium to live close to downtown Dallas, but you're realizing that you don't actually need to be downtown every day anymore. Well, you're not alone. As more professionals move into remote and hybrid work, the way people think about where they live is changing. When you had to commute into the office 5 days a week, living close to downtown might have made perfect sense. But if you're only commuting a few days a month, or maybe not commuting at all, the equation starts to change. And if that's why you're seeing more people look beyond the urban core and into the suburbs surrounding the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and today I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons why. It's not just about getting more house, it's about getting a completely different lifestyle. And as someone who focuses on East DFW real estate, I'm going to show you why communities east of Dallas are becoming an option that remote workers should seriously consider. So let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Mike C., your East DFW real estate expert. On this channel, I help people moving to Dallas-Fort Worth area understand the communities, neighborhoods, new construction, and real estate opportunity that makes East DFW such a great place to call home. So if you're thinking about moving to Texas, or you're already here and trying to figure out where you want to live, you're in the right place. Now let's talk about why remote workers looking beyond the Dallas skyline and towards the suburb, the relatable pain point. Let's be honest, if you're working remotely, do you really want to spend a premium just to feel like you're living on top of everyone else? You might be sitting in a high-rise apartment or a condo in Dallas. You walk out your front door and you're surrounded by concrete, traffic, and people. Your commute might be shorter or completely gone, but you're paying for a location that you may not actually need. And here's the thing, when you work remotely, your home becomes more than just a place to sleep. Your home is your office. It's where you spend your workday. It's where you relax. It's where you entertain. And for a lot of people, it's where they spend the majority of their time. So the question becomes, why pay a premium for proximity to an office you don't have to visit every day? That's where the suburbs starts to look really attractive. Beyond the square footage upgrade, let's start with the obvious one. You can often get more space outside of the urban core. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that every suburb is automatically cheaper than Dallas. That's not true. The Dallas-Fort Worth housing market is incredibly diverse, and prices can vary significantly from one community to the other. But what you can often find in the suburb is more house for the money. Instead of paying a premium for a smaller condo or a townhouse because of its location, you may be able to purchase a single family home with multiple bedrooms, a dedicated office, a large yard, and additional living space. And for remote workers, that extra space can completely change your daily life. Imagine having a dedicated home office with a door you can actually close. No more working from the kitchen table. No more background noise while you're on a Zoom call. No more having to pack your laptop every evening because your dining room table is also your office. You might even have enough space to create a dedicated office in your backyard. We're seeing more homeowners look at detached office spaces, converted sheds, or purpose-built backyard offices as a way to separate their work life from their home life. And I think that's a big deal, because when your office is inside your home, it's easy for work to follow you around all day. Having a dedicated workspace gives you the ability to close the door at the end of the day and say, work is done. That's something you can't really put a price on. You're trading walkability for private amenity. Now let's talk about the lifestyle trade-off. Living in downtown Dallas can give you access to restaurants, entertainment, sports, nightlife, and walkability. And for some people, that's exactly what they want. But here's the question. How often are you actually using those amenities? If you're working remotely and spending more time at home, you may start to value different things. Instead of paying for walkability, you're paying for privacy. Instead of paying for a rooftop pool that you share with hundreds of other residents, maybe you want a backyard pool of your own. Instead of a shared fitness center, maybe you want a home gym. Instead of going downstairs to a restaurant, maybe you want an outdoor kitchen where you can entertain your friends and family. Instead of looking out of your window at another high-rise building, maybe you want a backyard where you can sit outside at the end of the day. It's a completely different lifestyle. And this is where I think the suburbs really shine for remote work. You're not necessarily giving up quality of life. You're redefining what quality of life means to you. For some people, quality of life means being able to walk to a coffee shop. For someone else, it means having a 3-car garage, a backyard, a pool, and enough room for a home office. There's no right or wrong answer. It's about choosing the lifestyle that fits the way you actually live. The home office is now a priority. One of the biggest changes I've seen in the housing market is the way people think about extra rooms. In the past, you might have looked at a 4-bedroom house and thought, well, I only need 3 bedrooms. Today, that 4th bedroom might be the reason why you buy the house, because the extra room can become your office. Or maybe you need 2 offices, one for you, one for your spouse. And suddenly, a home that might have seemed unnecessarily large a few years ago makes a lot more sense. This is one reason I encourage buyers to think about their immediate need. Don't just ask, how many bedrooms do I need? Ask, how do I actually live? Where am I going to work? Do I need a dedicated office? Do I need space for my kids to do schoolwork? Do I need a guest room? Do I want a flex room or a game room? When you're buying a home, you're not just buying square footage, you're buying the ability to live your life the way you want to live it. Move-in ready homes for the hybrid workforce. Another reason suburban communities are attractive to remote and hybrid workers is the availability of newer homes. Many newer communities throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth areas are designed with today's buyers in mind. Open floor plan, flex rooms, dedicated office spaces, large primary bedrooms, smart home technology, energy efficient construction, and communities with amenities designed around the way people live today. Now, I'm not saying every new construction home is perfect. There are pros and cons to new construction versus resale, and you absolutely need to understand what you're buying. But for someone who wants a modern home with space to work from home, new construction can be worth exploring. And this is another area where East DFW becomes interesting. When you start looking east of Dallas, you have communities like Forney, Rockwall, Royce City, Wiley, along with surrounding areas that offer a variety of housing options. You can find established neighborhoods, you can find newer developments, you can find homes with larger yards, and depending on your budget and where you choose to live, you may have more flexibility to find the combination of space and lifestyle you're looking for. The key is understanding the difference between these communities. Just because 2 cities are both east of Dallas doesn't mean they're the same. Your commute, your budget, your preferred lifestyle, and even the type of home you're looking for can make one community as much better fit than the other. That's where having a local real estate expert who actually knows these areas can help make a big difference. The East DFW Advantage. Now let's bring it back to East DFW. One of the things I love about the east side of Dallas-Fort Worth area is the variety. You have communities that give you more than that small town or suburban feel. You have newer construction, you have established neighborhood, you have access to lakes and outdoor recreation, and you still have access to Dallas when you need it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that living in East DFW means you're going to avoid traffic completely. That's not reality. If you're commuting into Dallas every day, you need to carefully consider your commute. But if you're working remotely or you're only commuting occasionally, your priorities may be completely different. Instead of asking, how close can I live to downtown? You might start asking, how much space can I get? Can I have a dedicated home office? Can I have a backyard? Can I have a pool? Can I have a quieter neighborhood? Can I still get to Dallas when I want to? And that's where east of DFW can become a very compelling option. The bigger picture, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video is that remote work has changed the way people should think about buying a home. Your home doesn't just need to be close to your job anymore. It needs to support your lifestyle. Maybe that means having a dedicated office. Maybe it's having room for your family. Maybe it's having a backyard where you can relax. Maybe it's having a pool and outdoor kitchen or a space for a home gym. Or maybe it's simply having more privacy and breathing room. The suburbs aren't for everyone. Some people absolutely love the energy and convenience of living in Dallas. And that's okay. But if you work remotely and you've been thinking about moving to North Texas, I encourage you to look beyond the downtown skyline. Explore the communities around Dallas, and especially take a look at what you can find east of Dallas. You might be surprised at how different your options become when your home no longer has to revolve around your daily commute. So if you're a remote or hybrid worker considering a move to North Texas, here's what I want you to think about. First, don't just compare home prices. Compare what you're actually getting for your money. Second, think about how much space you need to work and live comfortably. Third, decide what lifestyle matters most to you. Do you want walkability or urban energy? Or do you want privacy, space, and your own backyard? And finally, don't overlook East DFW. Places like Forney, Rockwall, Royce City, Wiley, and the surrounding communities each offer something different. The right choice really depends on your budget, your lifestyle, and what you're looking for in your next home. If you're thinking about moving to Dallas-Fort Worth area and you're trying to figure out which community is right for you, that's exactly what I do. I'm Mike C, and my goal here is to help you understand what it's really like to live in the communities around Dallas, especially East DFW. On this channel, I talk about neighborhoods, new construction, things to do, the cost of living, and what you need to know before making the move to the area. So if you're thinking about relocating to Texas, or you're already here and you're trying to find a right community for your next home, make sure you subscribe to Dallas Home with Mike C. And if you're looking specifically at east of DFW, leave me a comment below and tell me what city you're considering. Is it Forney, Rockwall, Royce City, Wiley, or something else? I'd love to know where you're looking. And if you need help figure out which area makes the most sense for you, reach out to me. I'll help you narrow down your options based on your budget, your lifestyle, and what you're actually looking for in a home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.